Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Rusty Relic Auto Salvage. Today's episode is going to be a little bit jumbled. We've been incredibly busy. I'm super thankful for it, but we've been buying close to triple the cars that I'm used to, so it's just been a lot to try to keep on top of. There's also a little bit of car processing in this video. You guys seem to really like it in the last one, and I really enjoy making those videos, so I went and added some more to this one. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Another rusty one. Getting more wheels broke down. It has been a really busy day. I haven't had a chance to film. We also got 3 more totes of scrap in. There's about 3,700 pounds here. Well, now we're over here topping off the oil in the yard truck. Got this Chevy Avalanche over here. I actually picked this up, probably about a month ago, and it was not running. I was told the rear end was out in it, and it had been sitting for about 2 years because of that. They finally gave up and decided to get it out of their driveway, and they called us up, and of course we made them an offer and picked it up. You guys know the drill. Well, I put a battery in it. It fired right up like it was parked yesterday. I mean, I was stunned. Aired up a couple tires, took it down the road, and the rear end didn't seem to be making any noise, so I crawled underneath it, and well, from here to here, the frame rail's completely rotten on. Torsion bar cross members just flapping in the breeze. And yeah, I mean, it's wearing out that tire pretty bad because of that. But for yard use, it works perfect. This is actually the first time we've had a yard truck, which has been a huge blessing for getting all of our junk tires from this building to where we store them at. I was carrying all of them by hand, and it gets tiresome after a while, plus getting our rims moved and batteries and other stuff. We have different sections of the yard that are designated for different things, which you guys have probably figured out, and it just didn't make sense once we started getting into higher quantities to keep carrying all that stuff by hand. It just takes too much time. And although I am very blessed and very thankful, our car count has doubled, if not tripled, this month. And I'm not sure exactly what caused that. I'm, like I said, super thankful for it. But because of that, it was basically impossible for me to keep up. But one of the other things I noticed about it is it was a little low on oil, about a quart or so. And I just been driving it around the yard at least. Figured if it was going to give up, it was going to give up. But the oil level hasn't dropped any. And in one of the junk cars we bought, found some of that. So we're just going to go ahead and toss that in there. I do try to save some fluids that I find that appear good out of vehicles. I don't like sticking them in like my personal stuff or business stuff, just because I have seen before where people will put used motor oil in one of those containers and put them in their vehicles when they have something that burns a lot of oil or leaks a lot. And while I totally understand doing that, if you have something that's on its last leg, there's no point. If you can get free oil, obviously run it. However, I don't want to do that with my stuff that doesn't burn a lot of oil or leak a lot of oil. That doesn't make sense to me. It's not on its last leg, at least I hope not. So I figure we'll just throw that in there. Looks like it's good oil. And at the end of the day, this thing's never going to see the road again. So however long it lives is however long it lives. Well, now we're going to go haul some loads into the shredder. Alright guys, it's the next morning. Let me show you what we got. Yesterday afternoon we got a couple of cars in. I'll show you them. Got this Subaru Baja, the truck version, which we've never had before. It's kind of neat. It's pretty rotted and the axle over here is actually broken. We're just going to pop the motor on it and crush it and send it on its way. Pretty much everything down here is crushers too. We got a Pontiac Vibe. I was told the starter went out and the motor was still good. It doesn't really matter to me. Like I said, we're still going to pop the motor out of it regardless, but not to resell, because obviously I can't verify that it's in it good, and I'm not in the business of selling stuff to people that I can't verify is good. But it has pretty significant water damage inside of it from sitting with the moonroof open. Won't be long before it's full of mold, especially with the humidity that we've been having lately. We got this Blazer, which is actually out of, man, maybe 100, 150 Blazers and Jimmys and stuff that we've had. The only ones I've ever seen with the floor shifter has been the Jimmys and the Bravadas. This is the very first Blazer I've seen with a floor shifter. So I thought that was pretty neat when I bought it. When I was younger, I used to really like these things, and I would have loved to have one with the floor shifter. Ironically, we do now, but it's not going to be good. Last but not least, we got another Subaru. This one's a lot cleaner than the other one. It's got a real nice inside. I have no idea what's wrong with it. I know we bought it from the same customer we bought that other Subaru from. We've actually bought quite a few cars off of him. Real cool guy. But I don't know. He probably just ended up dropping the motor on that and processing it and crushing it as well. Well, we got our aluminum breakage box swapped out. That one was just a touch over 18,000 pounds. Well guys, it's been a few days. We've been super busy. I haven't had a chance to really film, but we got the yard changed around quite a bit. I'm over here processing this truck for the shredder real quick. We got these cars over here that we need to process. Kind of started a little part out area. I actually sold the headlights out of this. I have a customer coming right now to pick them up, and then I got a customer on Monday that's grabbing the grill out of it. And then these are all cars we need to get the motors out of, but they're drained, aluminum wheels are off, they are ready to go other than the motors. And that's our processing area, obviously. You've seen me over there a bunch. The last area that we need to clean up is we got all of that wood over there and plastic and stuff like that that we got to get rid of. All that wood actually came from something that's coming up in a future video that we're currently working on. And this is just kind of our workbench. We got our aluminum radiators and whatnot. They all go into these totes, and then there's some more wood behind it that needs to get cleared out. And I can't turn the video too far because there's something in the background that actually is also part of that video. But anyhow, right there is all of our iron blocks that we've been collecting. There's actually a lot more there than you think. I think we got 30 of them over there right now. I'd have to double check that count. We kind of hit the big reset button and restarted everything. I kind of wanted to get back into parts again just to try it out. We've been getting a lot of calls lately about selling parts, so I figured what the heck, why not? It's been a while since I actively sold a lot of extra parts. I was just dealing with eBay, and like if a customer called and we just happened to have it, we would sell it, but I hadn't really kept anything in over a year just because Marketplace kind of became a hassle, and it really wasn't worth it anymore. But with all the calls and stuff that we've been getting, figured why not? We'll give it a try. But anyway, I gotta finish getting this load ready for the shredder, so we'll keep going. Alright guys, that does it for this one. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button and share with your friends. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Later.